everyone, welcome to the channel. It's the Spiritual Warrior UK here. Today we are going to look into the energies of the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine, and just seeing where their union is at, what we need to be aware of this weekend. So we're just going to do just a quick check-in. Just wanted to use some new decks that I've got. I love these, are just beautiful. Look at the outside of them, fantastic. This is the secret language of light, and just to get some themes on what's going on. Insight, wow, God, look at these cards, I love them. Soul song, and one more please. Ask your soul. God, look at these colors, they are just, this is such a beautiful deck. I absolutely love it. So what we've got here is I really feel that both parties are going within. Look at all this white and these purples, really going within and connecting to their inner self, really realizing what their song, what their soul is singing, what their soul is drawing them to. See how the light is coming down on all of them, all entering the crown chakra, really be illuminating. I feel that this weekend there is a lot of introspection. There is, it's kind of like Four of Swords energy that I'm getting when we pull the tarot. That's what they're showing me, is that really kind of going within. And I think that there's been some triggers that have come up for both parties. It may be one, maybe for the other. Well, what both parties are doing, you kind of do the same thing anyhow. And it's clearing out some of the old wounding that's there, but not in a big purge way. I feel that this is more gentle. It's just some old things that have come up that really need to just be sort of filtered out and put into the light. It's like they need to be given up to the light and move forward, where this energy is it feels like where the Divine Masculine is becoming aware of what this connection is, and really being a little bit freaked out is what they're telling me by this connection and the realizations that they're having, and the realizations spiritually of what they're having of their higher self, really being drawn into their intuition, into what their soul is saying, into their soul song, where they're really being lit up. But you know, transformation and ascension can be quite difficult, so it's really trusting that insight that you're getting and asking your soul, kind of going within for your guidance and trusting that guidance. I mean, the energy is it's quite intense, but it's very white, it's very bright, it's very kind of like crystallized is the word that they're giving me. I'm not really too sure what that means, crystallize. That you're breaking through the heart barrier that was there, being able to step into love, opening your heart center, asking your soul, feeling your soul, what it is that your heart desires, rather than listen to the egoic mind. So trusting that insight, listening to your soul song, and really trusting and going in. Again, they're showing me the Four of Swords, of what's going to come up. Really going within and trusting what you're getting and really stepping into that light. Wow. Really powerful kind of throat center stuff. I'm really feeling it in my throat chakra, that it feels really quite intense. So maybe things that have not been said, maybe things that need to be said. I'm getting page energy. Yeah, God, it's really quite difficult for me to speak. It's like Page of Cups, an offer, communication of some sort, something that needs to be spoken. And there's a real feeling of through this enlightenment, through this awakening, through this light that's pouring in through the crown chakra, there is a real knowing that that the divine masculine needs to speak, needs to come forth and explain certain situations. Yeah, they feel like they're being kind of dragged into us, but there is a real want that they want to do that. It's kind of just figuring out how they go about it, and I'm getting like spirit chills. So yeah, definitely. Okay, let's have a look at the joint energies between the divine masculine and divine feminine. See the current joint energies, just see where they are at. God, my throat is so scrapey, is the word. And actually, in my heart, right in my heart center, it feels almost like heartburn. The sensation is, it's not heavy. It feels like it's breaking through, that there is something is breaking through. There is a real, it feels like heartburn. It's the only way I can describe it. I don't ever get heartburn. It's a really quite intense feeling. Yeah, I feel like I'm going into the energies of the divine masculine, and it feels that this heart, their heart center, has been really sort of just really sort of broken forth in what they feel currently, where there has been lack of love, where they really know where they need to be. And it's a really, really intense feeling, like it's, yeah, I feel like quite overwhelmed by the intensity of it. Oh, so, yeah, just need a minute just to kind of break out of that. Whew. So, divine masculine, divine feminine, let's just have a look, see where our joint energies are, please. Current joint energies, the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Okay, this one wants to come out. Four of fire, which is the Four of Wands. So that's in reverse. That's stability. Let's just have one more, please. Okay. Got two. Wow. The Emperor and the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Let's just have a look why the Four of Wands is in reverse, please. Where's the Four of Wands in reverse? So what I'm getting with this is, look at all the yellows here. It's, it feels like it's really going into your solar plexus energy, really opening up the chakras, really getting them illuminated, getting them in light, getting them in balance is what they're telling me. We've got the Four of Swords, which is the Four of Fire here in reverse, and we've got the Ace of Swords in for clarity. And I really think that what that is that knowing that they need to step forward to make things more stable, to make things more joyous, but not quite knowing how to do that at the moment. But this is becoming clear with the Ace of Swords, that there is, you know, through this breakthrough, that there is a change in pattern, cutting things out, making things seem clearly, stepping in to the masculine energy, into the Emperor energy of stability, dependability, protectiveness, authority, and moving into the will, trusting in divine timing, trusting in this spiritual cycle that's about to come forward, really knowing that this is in divine timing, that when this has all been filtered through, trusting that it will come forth in clearness, with great passion, with the breakthrough. Okay, so what they're giving me, this is the breakthrough with the Ace of Swords, is the breakthrough of this. So it's kind of linking that in, and that's at the moment why the stability of the union is in reverse, because when this filters through and has settled, then that's what will be coming forth and turning that into the upright, stepping through it in the Emperor energy. I mean, look at the Lion that's on here. It's almost like the Strength card. It's almost like the Emperor and the Strength has been merged together in this card, really standing with his one sword, which we've got there. It's very interesting how they really drew me to certain decks. It's like an affirmation that, you know, this is the stepping forward, the clarity is coming, is cutting away things that weren't working, stepping into the strength, into the divine masculine energy, moving into the wheel of divine timing with this, into the cycles, but letting go of cutting out the old cycles, cutting out the old patterns that were no longer serving either party. Yeah, really intense energy with this, really intense. So I'm going to have a look at the divine masculine. Let's just see where the divine masculine's headspace is. Okay, there's that page. That's the Page of Pentacles. Communication, apology, starting something new, you know, the early steps. You know, that's what I was seeing, page energy, you know, moving forward. And divine masculine headspace, please. You know, with a, you know, this is almost like Peter Pan energy with a youthfulness, a new beginning. Two of Water. So this is our, the Two of Cups, so union, the soulmate. This is where his head is stepping forth into the union, moving into what he wants in his head. This has become clear through all this insight, and though it's scary, because it's so clear, he can feel it so much in his heart, that there is just this complete knowing that is what, where he needs to step forward to, what it is he wants, where he's going to, in perfect harmony. It's really interesting, this card, of what they're showing me, just seeing how you don't get the glare on it. You know, really with his one pentacle, but in his wand, again, major changes with passion and fiery energy. So I do feel like this might be a fire sign. If that doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't have to be, but that's the kind of, or it's either a fire sign or they feeling the great passion around this, in wanting to move forward to their soulmate, to their union, to harmony. Let's have a look where this heart space is for the divine masculine, please. Where's the heart space for the divine masculine? Where's his heart for this weekend, please? Wow. Okay, so heart space, we've got the Magician, and there's the Page again. I knew I could feel the Page. So the Page of Fire that's that fire energy what I was talking about. It's the Page of Wands, the message and the physical energy, the unexpected news, meaningful communication, knowing that, you know, through this breakthrough, that you can do the actions that you want. You have the power, you have the willpower, the influences that you need to be able to step forward, even though you don't necessarily know it all the how this is going to pan out. And that has been where they've gone up into their heads, the divine masculine, where they overthink things. You know, look at this Magician. Someone just said to me, yeah, no shit. That's so funny. You can see how he's got his glasses on, and it's more like Merlin that I'm getting drawn into. It's like really like, you know, intellect going into the egoic mind, how this is going to come out, what am I going to do, all these questions. But really, you know, this was in what's in the heart space, and dropping down into that knowing from the heart that they want to step forward, that they are their own magician, that they have the skills, the ability, the intellect to merge the heart and the head, that they're not separate, is when you go from one to the other. Okay, that's what it is. It's like where there's been in and out, stepping forward, moving back, stepping forward, moving out, that where this knowing, the soul song of where you've integrated this, is that you can step forward and not have to step away so drastically as before. Really lovely. And again, feeling it, solar plexus, heart center and throat. You know, this message of communication with these pages here, Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles, you know, the simple message, the apology, but with that fire energy, with the meaningfulness of it. What is the Divine Masculine working on? What is he aware that he's working on? I love these cards. What's the Divine Masculine currently working on, please? Okay, lovely. Ace of Air. It's the Ace of Swords again. You know, clear cut, great passion, breakthrough. That's what I'm getting, is that this is the breakthrough. Look at the green, this heart center coming through with the Seven of Water, which is the Seven of Cups. You know, a lot going on in their mind, you know, going over of it. And it comes underneath the Merlin. What I'm seeing is Merlin with the magician energy, but really actually coming to terms in this is that they need to stop thinking, stop overthinking. This is what they're working on. There's a realization that this overthinking doesn't get them anywhere. And again, with the Ace of Swords cutting through that, really knowing that clarity that my old path is not working for me. I need to stop doing the same things over and over. I need to end these cycles and really kind of step forth and just trust with my heart, trust with that knowing, with that passion, that I can feel that burning that I can feel in my heart. And that is literally what I'm feeling in my body. It's, I just can't tell you how intense this energy is this weekend. Okay, let's have a look at the Divine Feminine, please. Divine Feminine, where is her headspace? Let's just move that out of the way. Divine Feminine, where's the Divine Feminine's headspace, please? Divine Feminine headspace. Divine Feminine, there's a headspace, please. Okay, Queen of Earth, which is our Queen of Pentacles, and the King of Air, which is our King of Swords. So what have we got here? So I think with this is the Queen of Pentacles. It's really that stability that the Divine Feminine has stepped into. Really taking care of herself and knowing of where she's going. And what's interesting is that she is looking at the King. She is looking, but she is totally focused on herself, on growing everything it is that she wants to grow, on really trusting her intuition, in flowering, in her success, in her worth. The feminine has really been working on her self-worth through the triggers of this union, and she has done the work. She has stepped forward. She has bloomed, and it's like yeah, like spirit are so proud, her guides are so proud in what she has achieved, so really take that on board. They're really drawing me into, again, the golden light. Is that, you know, keep putting yourself in the golden light, keep filling yourself up with this golden light. That's what keeps you strong, that's what illuminates you, that's what illuminates your heart. Okay, again, throat. We've got the King of Air here, and where she's looking at her powerful person, she is really stepping back and knowing that the masculine one I'm getting is stepping into his power, and she's very comfortable with that. She knows it's coming. She knows that love is coming. But there is a love of herself, a love of her worth, a love of her boundaries, a love of her knowing. It's very, very empowering. Okay, these fall out. I'm going to take them. What have we got? Okay, we've got the 10 of fire, which is our 10 of wands. Feeling burdened. And the moon. Okay, what's this burden about? Because I'm not getting the burden from this card. I'm not getting the illumination. So we've got the Queen of Swords coming to match her King of Swords. Okay, I've got it. So where she has felt the burden, where she has felt the pressure, where she has felt in her growth, she has gone to the depths. She has gone to some places that she really didn't want to look at. She has gone to really feeling so overwhelmed by this journey. But stepping into her queen energy, this Queen of Swords doesn't feel cutting. There is just a knowing, a security, a stableness, knowing how to take care of herself and bringing that down into the physical, bringing that down into the 3D. With the letting go of the mask, letting that this is not distorted swords energy. She's still up in her head a little bit about when is this coming through, but letting go of that burden, because she has learned that this is all about herself. And it's interesting how I've placed these, is that I've put the moon onto the king energy, and really for me that is that he is being illuminated. He is being illuminated. He's being shown the illumination of the path towards his feminine, and the divine feminine is completely aware of this. There's something that with the feminine, see now my throat has completely cleared, in knowing, in having a knowing of the light, of the illumination. It's going back to this again, the insight, the soul song. She has listened to her soul song so much that there is, she is not in her distorted energy. She is in her full feminine, rooted, tangible, earthly energy, and feeling very strong and clear about it. Okay, where's the heart space of the divine feminine? Where's the divine feminine's heart space? What's she feeling in her heart? Please, divine feminine. Yeah, strength. there's that line. That's what I was seeing for the joint energies through this Emperor card. And we've got another one as well. So we've got the Eight of Earth, working hard. It's like the integration has happened for the feminine. Working hard. There, she has gained so much strength. She has strength in her heart. She's working. She has worked hard. She's worked hard to perfect this skill of her strength, of taking one step at a time and not going into expectations, into trusting the divine timing of this, asking her soul for the soul song, for the insight, and allowing this to be brought about in divine timing. So what is the feminine working on, please? Wow. Transformation. Wow, look at all these major arcanas here. So let's just pull one more. Actually, in this reading. Okay, and we've got the Three of Water. Celebration, meet up for me. The transformation, celebrating the transformation. So we've got transformation, we've got strength, we've got the moon. So three major arcanas for the divine feminine. We've got the Magician for the divine masculine, and we've got the Emperor and the Wheel of Fortune. I mean, there are a lot of major arcanas in this spread. So she's really got her strength and is celebrating the transformation, celebrating her strength, knowing excuse me, knowing where she's come from. I don't have any water. It's that throat stuff coming back again. But I feel that that's about the clearing of for the divine feminine, in clearing the old, what's the word they're trying to give me? In clearing out her old self and stepping into the new. Yeah, because it's cleared again. It's stepping into the new. Wow. This is intense energy. I am really, really feeling this. So let's go into the joint energies. The joint energies. Where's this moving into for the divine masculine and divine feminine? The future energies. Okay, future energies, please. Future energies for the divine masculine and the divine feminine. What possibilities do we have moving forward for these counterparts? There's that page again. I'll have some more, please, Vic. One more, please. Future energies, please. I just feel that there's something else to come out. Future energies, please. Okay. Right, we've got the Four of Water. So that's the Four of Cups, but in reverse. So starting to see what's in front of them, starting to let go of this dissatisfaction and just really realizing of what this union is. We've got the Page of Air, and really this is I mean, look how beautiful this card is. Again, all that blue, all that throat and heart stuff. Of this, for me, the energies that I'm getting with this card is not the normal Page of Swords energy. It feels that there's no recklessness with this. It feels like it's divinely peaceful. It completely knows where it's going in its courage, in its bravery, in really wanting to transform and see the light and see what this this union is. And then we've got the Three of Earths, which is the Three of Pentacles. This is in reverse, so let's pull a clarifier. Why is the Three of Pentacles in reverse, please? That's the Page page here. Yeah, that's the energy that I was feeling. Where's the Four of Water? Here, please. Four Cups in reverse. Just bear with me because I've got messages coming through. Yeah. Right, okay. So, what we were having is that from going within, you're really starting to see the beauty of this union, where before there was emotional dissatisfaction. That has passed. You've come out through the learning, through the insight, and this, like I said, this page of air, it was so much more than the page. The energy was coming through, was something much more solid, much more confident, much more enlightened. And then we've got the Three of Pentacles, which was, you know, busy at work, recognition, but through the hard work, recognizing of what is important and having the faith to move forward, to really start afresh. And look how interesting this Fool is very different. This is very angelic. There's no stepping off the cliff. This almost feels like there's no need. It's like that internal knowing that I was always going to get here. I was always going to be able to do this. I would just needed to be guided, and I needed to bring it down. This almost feels like the soul. This feels like it was this is the soul's energy, that there's no leap of faith needed because there was a complete knowing that this was always going to be the path. However much I deviated from it, however much I found it scary or not knowing, or I couldn't do it, whether this is about leaving a karmic, or whether this is just bringing the union together, or just bringing this in and out energy in a more solid way. I'm getting a couple of scenarios, but this was a soul's knowing. This was a soul's knowing that this was always going to be the path. I knew it. There was a I'm blowing my trumpet. There's light coming out of my trumpet. There's the rainbow that's almost behind me, illuminating me up. I never had to take the leap of faith because I always knew that that's where I would end up. I just needed to remember and get the insight and listen to my soul's song and really work and trust this process of knowing of where I was going to be in my angelic what's the word that they're giving me? In my angelic enlightenment. I feel like that that there is divine guidance around this weekend. Archangel Michael, I'm gonna close the reading off because it's very intense energy, and I desperately need a drink because my throat is incredibly dry and incredibly croaky. So I'm just going to pull some guidance for the divine masculine and divine feminine. I feel that Archangel Michael is with you in really allowing these old the last little bit of these old woundings to really be I don't want to say purge. Purge is not the right word. To be burnt through. That's what they're showing me. Thank you. Detach from the situation. Archangel Michael, I ask you to use your flaming sword. That's what I was seeing. I was seeing the flames to cut any detachment of fear or drama, so I may be centered in the knowing that the peace is everywhere within me, and this is the situation. I really feel that that's for the masculine, in detaching from their old wounds, detaching from the 3D, really kind of going within. That was that Four of Swords energy that I was seeing when I was pulling the themes. And just going into the insight, into the knowing, and really burning, you know, the violet flame is what I'm getting, really kind of cleansing out all these old the violet flame. So look up the violet flame. It won't be really good as the masculines watching to do the violet cleansing, and also for the feminines, because you have masculine energies within you, to really kind of cleanse out, to burn all these old patterns. Okay, what have we got here? Okay, I feel that that's for them. So I feel that the feminines, you and your loved ones are safe here. So we've got, dear God and Archangel Michael, thank you for watching over me and my loved ones. Please help me feel secure and peaceful at this time. Please make me feel secure, at peace, and fill me with faith so that I may focus on my priorities and enjoy a helpful and happy life. What I'm getting with this is that you know, you are being watched over, you are being guided, you are being guided in the right direction for this union, however many doubts that you have had, and when there are other people involved, is that they are all being protected. With everyone within this situation, it is for their highest good, and the fear that comes out of that, of how I get like integrating families, it is for everyone's highest good. This is soul family for me. This is massively soul family, and I feel that of the union, a favourable outcome. Thank you for this beautiful outcome to this situation, which is perfect and fair for everyone involved. That's what I'm getting, is that everyone that involves, though it might not feel like it in this moment, in this now, this is divinely guided for everyone's purpose, for everyone's path, for everyone's higher good. Wow. Well, have a great weekend, and I leave you with so much love and so much light.